there she is. I have just been down the Oxfordshire mansion and back on the Scooter, and it was brilliant. The only thing I'm going to do, shorten the screen a little bit so my eye line's above it, and that is it. One thing I noticed about the fuel gauge, because it only holds just less than a gallon, when you start supping through the fuel and you've got about half a tank left, the fuel gauge is quite erratic. So I actually bottled it at Enston, which is about 10 miles from the mansion. It was between quarter and empty, and I thought, okay, we'll top up. 2.9 litres. I've got it on camera somewhere, I think. And then on the way back at Halford, I topped up there just so I knew I'd got plenty to get back on, and that was something like 2.5 litres, something like that. I've worked out I've done the whole trip on literally just over a gallon, and I've done 146 miles on about, I'd say, 6 litres roughly. I'd say 6 litres. So yeah, not bad. So I've really enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoy the video, which is now. Close the old visor a bit there. I don't know how much of me you can hear. The GoPro is having trouble hearing me. I've had to tell it several times what I'm doing. But you joined me on an adventure down to the Oxford mansion, and as you can see by the shittage already on the screen, I've only done a mile, but it's in fact fizzling a little bit. But it has got a dry day, so we'll see. And we've got another scooter in front of us who's slow as fuck. One of those three-wheeled fucking things, and he wasn't even doing 40 miles an hour. He's probably scared to fucking death of it, and he's holding a stream of cars up. Fucking hell, get a fucking car if you're going to be that slow. I'm doing 55 at the minute, although the GPS information on the GoPro may say less. I've noticed it's speedo's a couple of miles an hour out. Right in the corner, in a third, smack it in. Yeah, it is mizzling slightly, but it's alright, I'm perfectly warm. Drop down to 30. I cleaned the seat when I washed it, and I think I might have given it an accidental oversquirt of GT85, and as a result I do have my bike trousers on, my test rider baggy pants, and as a result I'm sliding about all over the seat. Every time I come to brake I'm almost humping the bike. See there, a vile Tesla, and here are some two-wheeled brethren dressed in sweaty lycra. This is Sharnford, and we've got a book at home which gives you the history of Sharnford. It's quite interesting actually. Still in third gear, bimbling around, sipping on fuel, slap, slap. So, I'll bring you back when I'm on a slightly more interesting road. GoPro, stop recording. Thank you. So I've just had to pull over there to get the GoPro to turn on. I've just come through Brinklow, and I've hit a couple of stretches where I've actually managed 65 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know whether they were downhill, but I did it. There is lots and lots of shit on the roads, but it's mainly in the centre. So I'm keeping the Scooter to the right where I'd sit as a driver. Well, I took that in third. I could have took that in second and done some street hawk. There we are, just cleaned the screen. Lovely. There we go. 50 miles an hour now, going for fourth. There we go. Fourth high speed ratio selected. Wide open throttle. We're still doing 50. Oh, we might get 60 down this downhill bit. 55. I've actually found that I'm not really holding anybody up. I've had one person overtake me on a straight like this, but other than that I'm actually keeping up with traffic, because the traffic speeds on the Foss, most of the Foss is 50 anyway. I'm doing 55 now because I think I'm in a national at the moment. In fact, I'm pretty sure I am. Very shortly we'll be coming up to the old Packhorse Bridge. I do believe it's Bretford. I've found I'm not getting on with the heel toe gear change. I've found to change down it's best to get your foot under the gear lever and just pop the lever back up, rather than my heel just won't find it. Down another. There we go, we're in sexy second. Apart from the shit, the roads don't feel too bad. It's supposed to be dry today, so this is just like the morning mizzle pissing off, I think. First gear. Waiting at lights on my scooty, I'm on my scooty, I'm on my scooty of love. Come on then, you shouldn't be holding me up on a fucking Civic, come on. Third ratio, nice early upshift there, as Mr. Max in his Civic does not appear to want any throttle. We're doing 30 miles an hour. Van up my arse. Here we go. Full throttle to the limiter. 40 in second. My God, it's a flying machine. Loads of shit on the road, as you can probably see. This part of the Foss isn't very well surfaced anyway. It is bad. 50 miles an hour. Tickling off now for the bridge. Both brakes. It's always a good idea to balance the brakes on a scoot. The fronts are either useless or overpowered. This one is actually, although it works, slightly useless because it is sticking just a bit, which is why I've got the new caliper. Up the hill now. Shitty little electric BMW in front, and I am catching him up. I'm doing 45 and I'm fucking catching him. Now he's got the idea that there's actually someone else on the road. Wait for it, brake lights, speed camera. No. Come on, mate, I want to get it into top gear. Not the show, that's shit. Typical BMW, look, all over the road. He's got one of the smallest cars they make. The smallest car they make. Look at him, he's all over the fucking road. Not a fucking clue. It's probably some daft bitch on the phone making a nail appointment. And because he's held me up, I've lost my momentum up the hill now. I'm still doing an indicated 50, which is good. But I could have absolutely bollocked up here if they hadn't held me up. Bollocked in relative terms, of course. Right, we'll go for fourth. We may as well, because he ain't going any quicker. And if I have to sit behind him at 55, does it really matter? Answers on a postcard to no, because I'm having a big adventure on my scooter. I'm going to do a quick impression for you now. Are you ready? Hello, people of the Tinterwebs. There you go, that was it. Right, I'm in 6th gear, showing about 58. GPS will show different. I'm going to have to pop it down, I think. There we go, we're in 3rd now, just to get up the hill. It's a very involved ride, this scooter. On the ZX10, I just basically short shift into top at 50, and it just stays there all day unless there's a junction or a roundabout. It's so lazy. Big bikes they're almost like driving an automatic. There we go, my BMW is turning off. This is the A45 and Fossway Island at Coventry. Well, just outside Cov. 3rd. Getting into 2nd. Clear, go. Loads of room. I've got my LED spotlight on. I'm taking up as much room as I need on the roundabout. There we go. Back on the Foss. That roundabout's 50-50, you either have to stop and wait and it's busy, especially during shopping times, or you glide over it like I just did, like a street hawk motherfucker. Right, I've got to slow down a bit. There we go, we're doing 30 through the village now. Someone walking the doggy. Fucking hell, he looked like a child molester. I'm pretty sure he put that dog to attract children into his van. Still in 3rd gear, just opening up, just to put up this hill. There's the army lads. Give them a salute. That was a privately owned vehicle, but we still give them a salute, because I think it's there's two schools of thought on people that knock about in old army gear. One is that they're sad bastards, and another one is they are actually keeping memorials of relatives and stuff alive by buying the kit and carrying on using it. Personally, I mean, some of the effort that goes into some of them is just astonishing. There's actually more effort goes into some of the replica gear than actually goes in the real stuff. Well, here we go. That's cleared that village, whatever the fuck that was, and I'm now doing an indicated 59 Earth miles an hour. We are pinned on the throttle, people. Pinned. The only bit of the journey that concerns me if I use my normal route is there's a fucking big hill near Alford. But I think this will go up at 50. I think I'll be alright. You want some lights on, pal? Like my LED spotlight. Here's Princethorpe. Princethorpe is where we make the decision whether we go through Southam and Banbury, potentially in all the traffic, because it will be shopping traffic, or we carry on down the Foss. I'm tempted to go down the Foss. Let's have a clue, folks. Left for Southam, right for Banbury. Which way do you think I'm going to go? The clock's ticking. Motherfucker. Well, what did you guess? There are no prizes. Okay, second gear, first gear, clear, clear. I bet he thinks he looks so cool in his fucking Audi. He doesn't, because I do. I'm taking all the cool today. Big tractor! Right, I want to get in front of this turner's lorry. He's just flashed me in. Oh fuck. You know what's going to happen now, don't you? I'm going to have a fucking big lorry up my arse all the way down the bus. But to be honest, as long as I'm doing about 50, I shouldn't piss him off too much. If I do start holding people up, I will pull over. It is not worth the stress and panic of having irritated people behind you, because with no matter what speed you drive at, you're always holding somebody up. Look at this, downhill, 50 fucking 4, 54, you wank state, 64. Okay, this is where we're probably going to have to down change now. We're still keeping momentum, tickling off slightly, not enough to be worried though. This is alright, this is cool. I'm keeping in the same road positioning I would use on a bigger motorcycle. People on scooters, even 125s, tend to ride in the gutter because they think they're slow and they think they're holding people up. If your bike keeps up with traffic, you know, keep out here where you should be. Use all the road. You've paid your tax. Right, well I managed to get up that hill and it's only dropped down to 52. Now we're going downhill a bit, she's climbing again. Screen wipe. Lovely, bloody lovely. It's a bit fucking wobbly when I do that. Woo! Right, no sign of the truck behind me yet. And here's one of the hills of the Foss I was sort of dreading. It's already slowing down, so I may as well just click into third, rape it. So we've got it pinned in third, 50. As long as I can do 50 over these hills, I'm happy. Okay, and the good thing this time of the morning it's still before. Well, I'm at Enston and I've given up because she was just outside the red. I didn't want to risk it, but there you go, that's how much it's took to get down to Enston. I've got about another GoPro, stop recording.